Do you remember what you watched 5 minutes ago scrolling on TikTok? Do you even remember what your friends sent you 3 days ago? Chances are that you don't. We're not consuming social media, it's consuming us. This is why we should all downgrade our technology to the 2000s. Today, our phones are not just telephones anymore. They are everything. They are alarm clocks, our wallets, our watches, our music, our communication, and our source of entertainment. Everything we need is conveniently built into one singular device. Over the past 20 years, phones have significantly advanced and are now all-in-one devices. With touchscreens and constant internet connection, it has become normalized in everyday life. When you wake up, you check your phone. When you're sitting on the bus, you're on your phone. Before you go to bed, you're on your phone. From the New Zealand 2023 census, data shows that 93.46% of households have access to a smartphone. According to datareportal.com, almost 70% of the world's population are active users on social media, which is roughly 5.44 billion people. This isn't just one major coincidence. Popular platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are highly addictive. The key reason behind this is CEOs have hired neuroscientists, psychologists, and engineers to keep you constantly scrolling. They have used AI to set personalized algorithms to keep you hooked by showing videos that interest you. With this feature, it has become difficult to stop scrolling. The average person spends over 2.5 hours doom scrolling each day, which is equivalent to over 37 days in a year, even more. Therefore, what could be a quick check on your phone could result in hours of mindless scrolling. Due to these devices, we are constantly exposed and distracted every day, therefore making it hard to regain control over our lives, time management, and attention spans. Unlike phones from the 2020s, phones in the 2000s had basic functions and designs. This made phones reliable, functional, and practical. For example, cell phones were not touchscreen devices. Instead, they had numeric keypads, meaning that you would have to press each button multiple times to type out specific letters. This made it longer for people to type out text messages compared to modern smartphones. Some of the most popular models from the 2000s were the Nokia 1100, selling over 250 million copies, the Nokia 3310, and the Motorola Razr V3. Back in the day, everyone went crazy to own one of these phones. These phones featured 2G digital network systems, texting calls, custom ringtones, basic cameras, and the classic Snake game. These phones did not contain any form of social media like Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Due to the limited functions of these cell phones, people were able to manage their time more effectively and only use their phones when necessary. What if the solution to this global issue isn't moving forward with modern technology, but moving backwards? What if we were all to downgrade our technology back to the 2000s? Downgrading our technologies does not necessarily mean getting rid of technology completely, but making intentional substitutions to regain control over our lives, time, and attention spans. Firstly, we can start off by substituting our iPhones and Androids for compatible 4G and 5G Nokias and flip phones. This is because the phones from the 2000s are no longer compatible with the current networks, as they were 2G and 3G. Suitable substitutions for iPhones and Androids are the Nokia 235 and the Nokia 2660 Flip. These phones still hold the same old functions from the 2000s, however they carry new functions which fit in with modern technology. This includes Bluetooth connectivity, USB-C charging ports, and most importantly 4G connectivity for faster connection and better voice quality. The battery life on a Nokia can last up to a week, while an iPhone can only last 1 to 2 days. Therefore, Nokia phones are a suitable substitution and popular alternative to iPhones and Androids. Secondly, we can substitute Spotify and Apple Music for iPods. The first iPod was introduced on the 23rd of October 2001. They quickly became extremely popular in the 2000s, selling over 250 million copies from 2001 to 2009. On an iPod, you can listen to all your favorite songs, create playlists, and use playback controls, just like on Spotify. The iPod also allows you to listen without interruptions, subscription fees, and notifications. You can download music onto an iPod by buying music through the iTunes Store, importing audio files from YouTube to MP3, which is piracy, and ripping CDs. Ripping CDs converts a physical CD into an audio file on a computer, which you can then import onto your iPod with an MP3 player. Thirdly, we can substitute streaming services like Netflix and Spotify for physical media. This includes DVDs, CDs, and vinyl records. Unlike streaming services, you are essentially renting entertainment that you will never own and can be removed anytime. By purchasing physical media, it allows you to own permanent physical copies of films and albums, which ensures a reliable and personal experience. This allows you to watch and listen whenever and wherever you desire. It will not be going anywhere, it is purely yours. Physical media also encourages exploration and hidden gems, as you can find films you never knew even existed and discover different music artists. Two of my personal favorite physical media shops are Marbex Records and Real Groovy. They have thousands of DVDs, CDs, and vinyl records to explore, although physical media is really easy to obtain as you can literally find it in any op shop. Therefore, owning physical media is better than paying for streaming services. Lastly, society needs to rediscover the habit of reading books. Many people, including numerous Gen Z individuals, choose to scroll on TikTok instead of reading. This is due to shorter attention spans where we cannot attain attention for longer than over a minute. By reading books regularly, we can increase our attention spans, our vocabulary, and grammar the more we expose ourselves to literature. There are numerous genres that cater for everyone's interests, which offer fascinating and interesting stories. This allows us to immerse ourselves into the shoes of other characters and dive into fictional realms. By reading, we can regain control of our attention spans and enjoy a more intentional use of entertainment. Currently, many people have started to ditch their smartphones for Nokias and flip phones. This is to reduce screen time and improve mental well-being. Initially, many individuals found it difficult and challenging. Texting felt different and tedious. Many people found their phones to be less stimulating, and even YouTube was not even entertaining anymore. However, transport and navigation were the biggest inconvenience. Hannah Francis, a British TikToker, said Google Maps couldn't even track my movements, so I had to rely on street signs to navigate. Another TikToker explained, with a Nokia, I was unable to access and call Uber when I was late to work. This helped me manage my time more by waking up earlier to walk or bus to work. A third TikToker said, I remembered that I love reading. I now read 100 pages a day and I fully absorb each book. These examples show that while many individuals face challenges, the benefits are significant. By making intentional substitutions, we can regain control over our lives, increase time management skills, and our attention spans.